Thanks for joining us today. Um, I just want to express my heartfelt gratitude that you're here today and that you're doing something really meaningful and constructive by choosing to cultivate a sense of calm amidst everything that's going on right now. And that this calm that you decide to cultivate will not only benefit yourself today, but it will benefit all those that you interact with. So you're doing a really meaningful thing by showing up today. And it's hard amidst everything that's going on to carve this time out. And so know that you're doing a really meaningful thing by being here today. So, with that, I'll just introduce myself briefly. I'm Doug, and I'm a volunteer with the um, Alberta Student Support and Engagement, Alumni Student Support and Engagement Team, the ASSET group at the U of A. And we'll be meditating for 20 minutes today. And after that, we'll have a question and answer period where anything that you've felt or has come up for you during the meditation, you can feel free to share. And so often, sharing anything is of benefit to many other people. And often, any questions you have are questions that are on other people's minds too. And so we'll have the 20-minute meditation and the Q&A. But if you're all right with it, we'll take a comfortable seat and wherever you are, whether that's a chair or a couch or a cushion on the floor. I'm on a cushion on the floor right now. And just make sure that you have an upright posture, something that embodies dignity and integrity to you. We don't want to be slouched over during our meditation because that can often induce sleepiness. And so, whatever that means to you, integrity and dignity in your posture. And when you think you've found that, I'll just encourage you to close your eyes. And we'll start by just taking 3 or 4 breaths longer than you would normally be taking right now. Just deep in and out breaths. And just letting go with each breath. And sinking into your seat. And before we start paying attention to our breathing, let's just gently and briefly do a quick scan of our bodies from head to toe, relaxing any unnecessary tension that we might have right now or have accumulated throughout the day. So first we might look at our face. We often have tension in the muscles in our face, and we can just let that relax, melt, if that's a word that helps you, soften. And looking at our shoulders and our neck, our arms and our hands, and our backs, our upper and lower back, and our front, our chest and belly, our pelvis and waist, our thighs and knees and calves and shins, and all the way down to our feet and our toes. And maintaining that posture of integrity and dignity while we've brought this softening to our body that will help support us cultivating a sense of calm during this meditation. And then, if you're comfortable with it, we'll tune into our breathing. And you can do that wherever the sensations of breathing are most prominent to you. It could be the air rushing in and out of your nostrils, or your chest, or your belly as they expand and contract with your breathing. But just taking a moment to pick one of those places, and once you're ready, making the decision to settle there for the rest of the meditation. And so we're tuning into our breathing, and trying to maintain a continuity of awareness on our breathing as much as we can, placing our attention on our breathing all the way from the beginning of the in-breath all the way to the end of the out-breath, and the spaces between breaths as well. And we're not changing our breathing or trying to make it a specific way. We're just tuning into it however it is right now in this moment, without judgment, and just being with it. And if your mind wanders, just noticing that without judgment, and just gently, kindly redirecting your attention back to your breathing. And if your mind wanders 100 times, your only job is just to take that same attitude of non-judgment, gentleness, and kindness, and redirect your attention back to your breathing each time. No need to get frustrated, because thinking is just what the mind does. And if any distractions arise, they could be sound in your environment, just noticing the distraction. You might want to notice any reaction to it. There might be some aversion or tension. And just noticing that, and just like as if our mind has wandered, just again bringing your attention back to your breathing. And again, just being with each breath as best as you can be. Each breath, a new breath, a new opportunity for tuning into our breathing. And if you feel like you've lost your way, just seeing each breath as a new beginning, a new opportunity to begin anew here in this meditation. Staying here, staying present as much as you're able to with your breathing. And so we have a little less than 5 minutes left. And we'll just continue here in silence. And as we close this meditation, taking an opportunity to thank yourself for showing up today and doing something really meaningful for yourself. That this really is an act of generosity to yourself and to others around you. Perfect. So thank you for joining in today. Um, Before we launch into our Q&A, I just want to make you aware of some special resources that are available to students right now. Um, UAlberta Unwind Your Mind is going on right now, and you might be familiar with them. Every time during finals, they have wellness initiatives going on. They're the ones that are handing out apples and snacks to students while they study for finals in the libraries. And right now, they've decided to go online, like many others have, and to offer a series of webinars for students with helpful topics like self care and it managing anxiety. So I'll just put that in the chat box. And excuse me looking away from the camera very quickly while I do that. And so there's a link there if you'd like to follow it. But otherwise, um, I'd like to dedicate this time to any comments people might have to make. If you'd like to share, and I would encourage you to share anything that came up for you during this meditation. So often people are relieved to see that others are feeling the same thing, um, or any questions that you might have. Um, Knowing that any question you offer is not only helping you, but helping others as well um, when they get answered, or any discussion points. Rachel, thank you. I just saw your comment. There's always a delay between um, when comments come in and when I see them, I think. And so I just want to say thanks to Rachel. Um, Thank you so much for tuning in. It's really nice to see you. Naomi, thank you so much. Um, of course. And I hope you know that we'll be here um, every weekday, um, every day of the week for you to tune in if you feel like you need this again or should need this again. So thank you. Um, while any questions might pop up. Yeah, you're right, Rachel. Thank you for pointing that out. So I think they might be experiencing some technical difficulties. Um, they should have times for their webinars up soon. The first one is supposed to be today. So you're right, the times definitely aren't up there. Um, so I'm hoping they'll be able to resolve any difficulties they're facing and get them up there because it seems like they have some really helpful stuff. And I've always been a fan of Unwind Your Mind since when I was a student, and I helped out with them as well. So thank you for that comment. Um, while anyone else might think of any questions or comments, I'll just offer a thought that great. Thank you, Rachel. Thanks for tuning in. Um, a thought that we don't have to do this meditation practice only when we're sitting down on our cushion today, every weekday. Um, there are times to bring the meditation practice into our life informally as well. We might call this formal meditation practice when we've set aside a time to sit and to meditate. But you can bring mindfulness to everyday activities. And one of the most important things that we're doing right now is washing our hands. And that's one of the most important things we can do for ourselves and for others right now. And that's been echoed provincially, nationally, internationally. And washing your hands is always a great opportunity for mindfulness and for bringing attention to the experience of washing your hands, and you can turn it into a mini meditation to ground yourself um, throughout the day. So, what you might do is just tune into the sensations of the water and the bubbles and the soap and the scrubbing just on your hands, and turn that into a little mini meditation to ground you every time you go um, to wash your hands. And that should be hopefully several times per day. But something like that is so easy, yet can be so valuable to just ground ourselves in little ways throughout the day so that we don't just leave our meditation here on the cushion or on our seat, but we take it out into our daily life as well. And Vanessa just made a great comment that the Unwind Your Mind is also on Facebook and on Instagram. So please check out their updates there as well. Um, so that's one thing that I might offer, and something that came up to me washing hands when I've been to meditation retreats or been learning about meditation um, in the time that I've been a student of it. Um, Turning washing hands into a meditation has always been a staple of informal mindfulness practices. Another one has been washing your dishes. But now that we're washing our hands more than ever, it's more than ever an opportunity to turn that into a time to ground yourself as well. So um, I'll be trying to do that myself. Um, and I have to be careful because with all the hand washing, my hands are becoming especially dry. So I'm having to moisturize them after I wash them. Um, but so I hope you'll consider that, and I think it'll be beneficial. And one last thing, unless anyone has any comments or questions, um, is to please, if you have any feedback, you can send it to our email. It's asset@ualberta.ca. Thank you, Colleen. I appreciate it. It's something that came to my mind today, and that I wanted to share with you because it's something that's all of a sudden become meaningful to me. Um, and so thank you for your comments, Colleen. So if you have any feedback or comments or questions, please don't hesitate to send an email to asset@ualberta.ca. I've just typed it into the chat. And one last thing we can do is, as we close this meditation, is make an effort to take the awareness that we've cultivated on our breath and to take it up with ourselves once we leave our seats today, and try to maintain it as long as we can as we go throughout the day. And that the awareness doesn't have to stop when we stop our meditation. So you can try to continue to pay attention to your breathing, or you might just try and pay attention to what sensations are most prominent to you at any given time. That could be your hands while you're typing on the keyboard, or your legs while you're walking around in the house, the apartment, the neighborhood. But the awareness doesn't have to just stop when we're done meditating. So with that, I think we'll take it to a close today. Thank you so much, everyone who's joined in, and we'll be here for you anytime you want to tune in, any day of the week. And thank you so much for tuning in. And we're so happy to offer something like this during the times that we're going through right now. So please, everyone, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow or next week or hopefully in the future. Thank you, and have a great day.